Hi there, in this video I'm going to give you a quick guide about the project that we will have in this course and show you how to download the data, how to use the data to answer the three parts that are required in this project. So first of all, let us look at the project itself, which is here. In this project, I'm using some public data from the IRS website. And remember those three due dates for part one. I expect you to submit it on Moodle on June 21st, part two on July 5th, and part three on July 10th. And all of them are due usually 11:30 p.m. to make sure that you have the whole weekend to work on the due date. So first of all, what is the main point of this project is how to download a long set of different variables on Excel sheet. Then how to prepare the data using Alteryx, clean it, merge it, and visualize it at the end using Tableau. So I'm using Alteryx, Excel, and Tableau to show you the process of data analytics, start from preparation until reporting. So when you go through the project here, you will see that I put a website, which if you click on it, you should be able to see the data. So if we click, the data will be on this website. Here you go. It's the SOI, the state of income, statistics on income, that you can find it on the IRS website. And I'm sorry, yes, here it is. And the years that you need to download is those 7 years, from 2011 until 2018. So first of all, let us click on this one. In this one, it will give you some data migration from state-to-state outflow to state-to-state inflow, then by counties, and then individual income tax on Excel and the comma-separated file. What I need from you is to download a state-to-state outflow and inflow only. We are not going to work on county to county. We will work only on a state level. Secondly, I need you to download the individual Excel file. So if you download the state, you will see here that you will get all the states here. But what I need from you, choose only one state to work on. Because remember here that you will get the information for all the states. I need to be very specific. So you need to choose a state to work on. So far, I get a reply from 2 students. One is going to use Connecticut. The second one is going to use New York. So you cannot use those one because the state choice will be on first come, first serve. So please look for other states. I have 22 students in class, but the number of states are much more than 22. So you have a chance to use any state except Connecticut and New York. If we click on a state to state outflow, you should be able to get this file. So I'm showing you here an example of the file. If you scroll down, you will see that this file is quite big. It has like 2,807. Now, I put in the project handout a meaning of those columns. So for example, you will see here, it's Y2 state FIPS, which means Federal Information Processing Standard. So those 2 columns are related to the federal information. But those 5 columns related to the state. You need to work on those states. How? This is what you will see in the requirements in part 1, 2, 3. So you need to read the requirements and start your work on this section. Then, once you finish, then there is another file, which is the migration. You download it, and here you will get all the information. You can see here that the information for all the states, starting from Alabama, and keep going down here. So this file is quite big, and you can see that the file has been split into 5 groups. If you go through it here horizontally, you will see the first group for total returns, then the second group for the non-migrant returns, which means those who live in the US in one state and they didn't go outside, non-migrant. And then you will go for outflow returns, and then you will go for the inflow returns, and then citizens who are staying in the state. And I explained all those 5 sections in the project handout. Under each one of those 5 groups, you will see that we have the number of returns, the number of exemptions, the AGI on the year for all the ages. And then this whole section is split into several sections. So we split them by age. For under 26, then 26 to 35, 35 to 45, 45 to 55, then to 65, then 65 and over. And then we go to the second group, which has also the same classification. And again, I explain the information of these variables in the project handout. So you will take only 2 reports, but this is for 1 year. So now you need to go back and download the same information for the second year, 2012 and 13, then 13, 14, and so on. So you need for one state to download 14 files. For each year, you have 2 files, one for the data gross migration file, and the other one is for the migration data for a state by state, whether inflow or outflow. And then you combine them on the Excel, and then start reading the requirements that we will have it in the part 1. So let me show you here. So here I explained the website and the years. If you click on these hyperlinks, it will take you directly to the year. But remember, you need 14 different files. Then the description of the data, I mentioned it here, as I said, and we will use only state level inflow and outflow, not the county. And then the required technology you use it, you need Excel, Tableau, and Alteryx. For the Tableau and Alteryx, I uploaded in Moodle a quick handout on how to download and use Tableau and Alteryx. If you need more help, you can just search them on Google, and you should be able to find a lot of tutorials that can help you to work on Tableau and Alteryx. So remember to send me the state by June 10th, 11:30. And then for part 1, you use Alteryx and Excel to combine the data for the outflow and inflow. And then you create 3 new variables, one for the net migration, net exemption, and net AGI, where you do step A, and then you repeat step A for the number of exception, and you need to repeat step A for the AGI. Then you keep the following variables: state code, state net migration, net exemption, and net AGI. Then you combine the data was retained by year. Then you compute 7-year average for the net migration. Then you return it back to the Excel. What you need to do in Alteryx, you need to show me the workflow. What are the commands you are going to use in Alteryx to do these 6 steps before you go to Excel? Because in Alteryx, you create your workflow and connect all the different steps. So when you run Alteryx, it will go automatically and do all the cleaning and the collection of data. Then you use Tableau and Excel to make visualization for the data. So you make color coding for the map, and then ensure appropriate label for the maps, and then combine all the maps into one dashboard. And then in the Excel, you develop a trend line showing the variable for the 5 states that has the highest 7 years and for the 5 states that has lowest 7 years. This is in brief part 1. In part 2, you need to read the requirements, and I will explain part 2 in details once we finish part 1. Please don't get overwhelmed with the requirements. It's so easy. And this is the reason I send you now the link. Make sure you understand the material 1 week before we start the course to ensure that you are able to digest the material before the course starts next week. If you need any help, please don't hesitate to send me an email. I will be able to help you immediately. Thank you and good luck, and I hope you enjoy the time working on the project.